Well, we shot. This is on this pyramid at the very end, or the obelisk. What is it? What's it
the
called?
top of the obelisk, which is the pyramid.
And first of all, it was very complicated because first of all, there's a lot of just the basic fight sequence, but we were shooting on a set that was built like that, so everything was going up and down all the time. So first, I mean, that's just complicated, and it's a recipe for disaster because it's so easy to trip and to fall and to injure yourself. But we just spent a lot of time training. We really trained a lot.
Well, so we finally got the fight down. It was a big fight. And just when you go, okay, I think I got it. Okay, you're here, I'm here, I spin here. And then they take us to the set, which was a pyramid. And I don't think I'd fully realized that it meant that we were doing that whole fight, but on stairs for 5 days.
But also the steps were not like this, they were like this.
Huge!
They're like every step was ridiculous.
And it's like, okay, so not only now are you doing the move, but this foot has to be here, then this foot here, then you're doing this, and then you're spinning, then you gotta duck because you'll lose your eye if you don't. And then you're here, 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 and then he falls, and then you're on top of him, and then you're jumping. And it was... I was actually angry the first day I turned up because I'm like, wait a minute, guys, this is how we end our careers. I for sure thought that one of us was going to get a broken ankle or lose an eye.
It's funny you said that because now you said it. He was like the nicest guy throughout the shoot, and there was then one day, because I'd never worked with him before, so you gotta go, well, maybe he's got a temper, and you've seen movies where you're very passionate, but just like a kitten, until this one day, suddenly I look up and he's standing there with his spear or whatever it is, and it breaks off, and it's not the way you want it to be, and he threw it down. But then it's just a set you can't just get out of this set because you got these steps, so you wanted to storm off, but you couldn't really. And then you just came back. Oh, let's just shoot it again.
You get very. Because you get so into it, and you're like an animal, and then things break or you make a mistake. That was quite frustrating doing that scene on the stairs. It was fun, but it was fun, frustrating.
Yeah. And it was but it looks really good.
It looks amazing.
That's all what matters. Yeah.
The film does seem to echo 300, the film that was your big breakthrough role. And how did you feel about fighting Nikolai, who's known as the Kingslayer in Game of Thrones? I mean, that's a pretty epic confrontation.
Well, by the way, that's true. So. As people, we got on great, and there was never any games, which I love. It was always very generous. We were there for each other, but there was a healthy amount of competition. If we're being honest, you go, okay, so it's 300 against Game of Thrones, right? Who's gonna? But then that just brings the level up. You just want to, and it's great for an audience as well, seeing those two guys face off. But I think the actions, the stunt guys we worked with.
Oh yeah, we have to give credit to the stunt guys. Amazing team. They really delivered and made it easier for us and safer for us.
Yeah, and the moves, their choreography was great.
You look glorious, Lord. I know.
Set has taken over Egypt.
You will bring them reckoning! Come, demon!
2月26日，荷鲁斯之眼，王者争霸。